Hello, ladies.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Auntie.
Welcome to episode 31 of Auntie Listen. And our quote is life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And that quote is by Charles R. Swindoll. What do you guys think of the quote?
Oh, wow.
That's kind of how we was raised.
Yeah. I got into a back and forth with the millennial yesterday. Nothing against our millennial listeners, but it was on the um how I really feel about all this self-help talk and the trauma every time you turn around and claiming and not claiming in the way that it might not be true for you, but that everybody labels so many people are labeling themselves with the ADHD and other things. And that was basically what I was trying to express. Like, okay, something might be the case. Two things to be true at the same time. It still is the way you show up with it. And it might not be easy every day. It might not be easy any day, but you still make the effort to show up because we all have stressors and traumas. And uh, this is the same life for all of us. It doesn't hit everybody the same. But yeah, that conversation was just yesterday and it was annoying at the end of the day
Right.
because I was blamed for Um, and I might have been harsh, but it was somebody close to me, and I'm not for the wallowing in whatever it is, because we all have things that we need to just take care of, you know. So
Right.
no,
Yeah.
that's just fresh for me. Sorry, I went on a rant a little bit.
No, that's okay. I was when you said the millennials, I was like, you still fighting with you and the millennials.
Hey,
You gonna
hey,
have to
not
get it
too much on
together.
millennials, okay?
I thought of
Okay.
I did think of you, Auntie Michelle, when I said what I said. But uh, two of my children are millennials, and as many of our listeners, if you've been here a minute, then two of the aunties on the phone, I was kind of responsible for them too. So yeah, one of us is a millennial, that very first year of millennialism, and you have a lot of millennialism in you. So yeah, but you are a go getter, so you're not one I was even talking about.
Okay.
Mm, yeah.
Oh,
See, that
we,
was
we,
good.
we out here doing our stuff. It got to be the 80s, baby. We can't, we are not responsible for the 90s, okay? Okay.
What you say, Auntie Michelle? Those 90
We
millennials
ain't
are
responsible for them.
they're
We
in the
go,
class.
throw it
They're in
out
the
there,
class.
them 90s, the little road rats. Hey, y'all know what that show about. Hey, I know y'all have seen it just like me. All of them though was like mental illness characters. So I understand which frustration in this, but we're gonna
Right.
make sure we be clear about which millennials we gonna talk about.
The
Right.
the ones that we raised, to be honest, we have to take our responsibility for
Yes,
whatnot.
sir.
But you
Mm,
know, we
yeah.
have I have some responsibility, but that's also why I'm gonna encourage you too, because I know what I deposited in you. And by now folks should be know I'm talking about one of my kids. you know,
Right.
I mean, come on
Exactly.
now. Get with it. You got my DNA in you
I'm
at the
one of
end of
your
the day.
kids. If you want to be honest, I'm one of your kids. So
Mm-hmm.
technically,
That's what I said.
Yep.
I think you didn't take your prenatal pills with the rest of them. I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you
Mm-mm.
dropped them.
Auntie, Auntie Michelle, um, do you have the announcements yet?
No, I didn't get anything. And you know what I was thinking? If
I
I
did.
go off, my phone go out, so I probably won't be the best person for this.
I got it.
Um,
I got it.
okay, go ahead.
Oh, you got it, Auntie
I
Marva?
pulled
Okay,
over.
go ahead.
Yep, I pulled over.
Okay, go ahead. Hit
So
us with
hey
the
y'all,
announcement.
I'm sorry I sound like a man, but I'm gonna get through this. So just remember, guys, we are live. We are live. We are now live. You can listen and follow and subscribe, comment, and share all of our channels. on all of our social media handlers. You can find us on YouTube. YouTube, we are live recording right now, but you can go back and listen to some of the videos and that we've previously recorded on YouTube. You can go to find us at Auntie Listen at IG. You can find us at Auntie List 52888 on X, formerly known as Twitter. And that was again Auntie List 52888. And you can find us at Auntie Listen on TikTok. We are streamed all around the globe. All around the globe.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tap one of them things, like, subscribe, comment, share, and share it with a friend. Also, we have our affiliate links. We have Amazon, Bed Bath and Beyond. We got Target. We got Walgreens. We got Walmart. We got the Great Discovery. So if y'all want to save some coins because of Auntie Listen, click on our affiliate links. They will be in the caption down below. Plus, we got merch. What we got? We got merch. Go to click my Shopify Auntie Listen merch and get you a mug, get you a t-shirt, get you a bag, get you your Auntie Listen merch so you can help help the platform. Y'all know. All right, bye y'all.
Okay. Thank you for that, Auntie Marva. Okay. Because it's December, the last month of the year, for food around the world, I decided to do something totally different.
Oh, cause you've been stressing us out with these food around the world, Auntie.
So I decided, because by the time this rolls around in January, it's going to be too late. So I thought that I would share with our listeners the New Year's Day prosperity meal that I told you guys about. When was that? I don't know. It was like a long time ago I told you guys about it. But so, and I have a little bit more were the origins of all the different foods. So, for your New Year's Day to have prosperity and good luck, these are the 15 things you want to eat. Pork and sauerkraut, which is from Germany and Eastern Europe. Black-eyed peas and greens from the southern US. Cornbread, the southern US. 12 grapes at midnight. Now, I didn't know about the midnight part, and that's in Spain. Lentils for prosperity, that is from Italy and Brazil. Long soba noodles from Japan. Pomegranates from Greece and Turkey. Round fruits for wealth, the Philippines and Asia. Ring shaped cakes and breads from Greece. Whole fish for abundance, China and Europe. Dumplings and spring rolls, China. Pickled herring, Poland and Scandinavia. Tamales, Mexico. Um, Marzipan pigs, Germany and Austria. Rice pudding with a hidden almond, Switzerland. I mean, Scandinavia. What you don't want to eat on New Year's Day are lobster and crab. For example, they move backward, which some believe can cause setbacks in the coming year.
Oh.
Chicken is also avoided in many households since it scratches the ground backward, symbolizing sweeping good fortune away. In some regions, winged poetry is skipped altogether for fear that luck might fly away. Across Asia, white foods such as tofu or eggs are often avoided because white is associated with mourning and death. And parts of Italy, people steer clear of broken or crumbled foods, believing they represent a fractured or unstable year ahead. And I'll have the link in the description. So when you click on the link, you'll have the whole list. So
I wonder if I could try to collect up all of that stuff and do it on the first. Do it on the first.
now
That sounds interesting.
now you know I send that list to y'all in the family group chat every New Year's Day as a reminder. Well, you might forget because it's once a year, but I send that list to our family group chat every year as a reminder. Now, if you
Well, you know
guys,
what? I'm gonna try to collect everything. I'm try to
yeah,
eat it on the first. I knew about the birds. You know, you're supposed to eat the birds, any type of winged animal, because of your blood could fly away. I remember hearing that one.
yeah. So yeah, but yep, I send y'all the list every day as a reminder. Don't forget, this is what you want to eat today. So even though I send you guys the list every year, I mean, do you guys actually follow the list or
Girl, no.
Auntie Marva just said she did it. What about you,
We
Auntie?
normally
No, because I have fried chicken every first of the year. What we talking about? It's a black
Wow.
tradition. What's that's culture? Typical.
Wow.
Talking about.
but you know what? Certain things now, because I don't remember that about the chicken. I vaguely remember it, but not to do it. All of a sudden, I'm feeling like, and maybe it's because you read a comprehensive list. I'm seeing the grapes. I'm seeing certain things.
Grandma,
Mhm.
I'm not a superstitious person, but it's certain things that I don't do. Like pregnant women can't do my hair because your hair
yeah, I
come out.
remember that.
Now I don't know if that's
I,
true, but we ain't playing with my hair. And then like sweeping the foot. I don't mind sweeping somebody else's foot because I'm
Yeah, man,
like
because
that.
that happened to me.
But
That's true.
yeah, see, so certain things, and I feel the need to, yeah, let's flow with it
And my
and see
hair,
how it works.
when you comb
our
your hair,
other
yeah, we burn it or flush it. 'Cause we ain't finna know.
Mm-mm.
That's
our
But
not
see,
your
other
time.
our
I
But
other
never.
grandma was notorious for the black eyed peas and the greens.
exactly.
She always did
Hmm.
spinach, cause she did the mixed greens, but she made sure
Hmm.
she put the spinach greens in it. But she never had the chicken. She never had chicken or turkey. She always did something like steak or something like that. And I remember going over there and she would have it and she'd be like, "Come here, Marble. Come get your plate, get that bowl and get your stuff and sit at that table and eat that because you got to eat it today." And I remember her explaining to me why. Because I remember asking, why we have to do this on the first? And she said, because this bring you luck and prosperity and protection. But and make sure you don't never eat no type of bird, no type of animal with wings, because it'll fly away from you. I remember her telling me that years ago. Now now Phyllis ain't never, I mean our grandma ain't never she never explained why, but she would always do it.
A lot of I'm gonna say a lot of church folk do these things, but they tell you you ain't supposed to do these things. But
But
they
they
do
do it.
them out of
Yep.
tradition. Yeah, they
Yep.
just don't call it what it is.
Yeah. Now,
Mm.
it doesn't have to be greens. It could be any leafy vegetable, any
Mm.
green leafy vegetable. It doesn't necessarily have to be like collards. It can be like spinach or kale or as long as it's leafy because that represents dollars.
I thought it was
Mhm.
specifically spinach. I thought spinach was like the
Mm-mm.
main.
No,
Okay.
it could
I
be
always heard
any
greens too.
yeah, it could
Mhm.
be any leafy
Me too. I always heard just thinking green.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
black eyed peas is love.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I
could
got some black eyed peas at the house, y'all. I already got
I'm
them in the
not eating
bag,
nobody's
so
I'm
I'm
not eating
going.
nobody's black I'm not eating nobody's black eyed peas. I
Girl,
can't
you ain't
eat
never had no
them.
black eyed peas with no rice with no raw onion cut on top of it with some hot
Oh my
sauce.
goodness, it's good.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I do not like them. I don't care how you cook them. I don't like them. I
Auntie, you
switch.
fired.
Now
I
y'all
You
know
switch.
what I
fired.
had one year. My friend Cookie Freddie, before she
Stop
passed.
saying
What?
people's names because I can't edit
Well,
this
she,
out.
she can't do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing. She'll be happy we're saying her name because she's with the ancestors now.
Yeah.
Um, she our one of our last well our last New Year's meal. She came to my house and she because she was a raw vegan. She sprouted some black eyed peas and she cut up the raw onion and that salad was so good. It was a
Really?
yes, and
Wait,
she
how
had
you
let them.
sprout black eyed peas?
Just let them sit in water long enough, and they got the little
Oh,
tail on them, which
okay.
is how you bring out the most nutrients. Because
Okay.
now you know, you've
Yeah.
started that growth process, and then
Yeah.
you eat that.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. The seasoning she used and everything.
You got the recipe?
No, I know what's in it. I made it before, but I didn't let mine sit long enough, so they were harder than hers was. But you let them sit for a long time and soak up that water, they're gonna get soft.
Wait. So you got the recipe? I mean, you know the recipe?
Yes,
Oh, so we eating sprouted black eyed pea salad on the first then.
I'm gonna be working on the first,
I make some to
but
put some on the side for y'all.
we can't. Yeah, we can make it and sit it. Yeah, because it has to sit anyway.
Like how long it gotta sit?
Now that I don't know.
I put my water on my beans on the 30th.
I would say longer than that. Raw
I
Oh
was gonna
food
Lord.
say it
take.
might be longer.
That's why I didn't stick with the raw food thing because it takes so long for some of it. You have to prep it days and days in advance.
Oh Lord.
Some of it, yeah, because you want it to
You
be
just broke up,
tender.
Auntie Janisha.
I was saying that with the raw foods, some of it you do start it like days ahead so that it will get soft or soak up whatever you want it to. Because cooking it normally um, is what makes the seasoning get into it.
Oh, we just lost her.
Man, the way I would have picked up some marshmallows or something and threw in my mouth
Mm-mm.
2 to 3 days ahead of time.
Mm-mm. I do not like marshmallows. No.
Until you fired.
I've been fired twice already
Cause who don't
in
eat marshmallows, man?
in a 10-minute span. That's okay. I don't mind being fired. Oh, here she comes. She's back. Okay.
I'm not sure what happened. I told y'all this. Okay, this phone is less than 5 hours new for me, and I'm not
Mm.
Five
sure what just
hours
happened.
new?
Yeah, I just got it right
Oh.
before I came home to take a nap.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna move on. So our topic today is why did they cast them? Now, this topic came about because I called Auntie Michelle on a tyrant. Um, because when I saw the cast for the new Michael movie,
Hmm.
I was like, why did they cast Cat Graham to play Diana Ross? The only thing that the Cat Graham is biracial, Diana Ross is dark skinned. Make that make sense.
Cause they always doing some foolishness like that.
Make that make sense. The
Did
only
they?
thing that they got in common is big hair and
Yeah.
similar body type, and that's it. And the Jackson brothers, I can't remember which ones they were, but they were dark skinned when they were little and they were light skinned when they got older. I'm like, it don't work like that. If you born light skinned, you stay light skinned.
Yeah.
Come on. I I was Auntie Michelle, she laughed at me, but but yeah, but she agreed that, yeah, what they, yeah, I don't know, they messed up with the casting, and then it got me thinking about Les Mis, about how they blew that whole casting thing because I don't know what they were thinking. The voices, I don't know if you've ever saw the play or listened to the music. Their voice, especially Russell Crowe, I don't know what they were thinking when they cast him as Javert, because you need I don't know. I was just mm, yeah. I
Wait.
don't know.
What was the name of it?
Les Mis.
Les Miserables,
Yeah, that one.
Wait, how you say it again? What is this? I've
the
I
never
just
heard.
miserable.
Yeah, it's the
Oh.
miserable in English. I call it Les Mis.
Yeah.
I just shorten it. But are there any movies that you've watched in your life, especially like true movies depicting real life people?
Ain't nothing gonna be Flex playing Michael Jackson.
I mean, because the one of the questions I was wondering is they cast one of the nephews to play Michael. Why couldn't they cast the other nephews to play the brothers? There's
Maybe
enough
they can't
of them.
act. Maybe they
And they
require
look
it
like them,
required skill. They
or money, and they could only afford one.
that too. Yep.
Because I'm just like I don't know. I, I I don't know. I,
It's a discussion about that, and I totally agree. Like some of our heroes, Rosa Parks, she was cast with a girl from what it was. She's from London somewhere,
yeah,
and the energy is not there because it's not your energy. When we like the energy, what you see in Jamie, can I say actors names?
yeah.
Fox playing Ray Charles, you
Mm.
felt like you was watching Ray Charles. When Angela Bassett and um
Oh yeah, I can
yeah,
see them.
if you can see, you can feel the Ike Turner and Tina Turner coming out of there. Like I'm watching them in my modern times, as well as like Malcolm X being played by Denzel Washington. When they get these other people from other people, they don't have our energy. And people keep saying I'm being disingenuous about that conversation. I'm not. It's just it's a culture difference. It
Right.
really is, and you can feel it coming through. Like I was sitting there trying to watch it, I'm like, bro, this ain't my Harriet Tubman. Like when I can read a book and feel Harriet Tubman through my energy because this is my connection with this woman.
But
I can
suppose
see that
I,
with this woman was playing it, and she
suppose you
don't
didn't know where she
have a
was from
connection.
though. You're
I can
saying feel
the,
the
the
energy.
thing
So
I can you can really tell. A lot of
okay,
people can really
but
tell.
but suppose you did not know where they were from, and then you could feel the energy. That's one thing. But suppose they were from here, but is a sucky actor or actress. They're not as good as the
That's
person that was actually chosen. I
but
think it
I can
has, to
tell.
me, it's more about, and I understand what you're saying, which really is a totally different thing than um, what some people, I ain't saying you, might mistake as energy, because a good actor is a good actor is a good actor. And that's just period. Idris Elba, I didn't even know that man was from Britain for the longest time because he plays such an awesome, down to earth, just brother. And then when you hear him speaking, it's like, wait, what? That's the same person? Because some
Right.
people are just great actors. Denzel Washington could play somebody from Britain because he's a good. You're gonna get Denzel out of it. It's gonna be a British Denzel because he's Denzel all the time. But some kind of way he pulls it off and is an awesome actor being Denzel the whole time. Some people can really switch themselves up and be totally different things. That's
Big.
great acting. And Denzel even says, and others that are we feel is our greats, they talk about how the people from Britain, they actually go to school and they hone in on their craft, whereas actors here don't do that. It's a whole different vibe to even learn to do what you want to do. So for me, I respect it. And the fact that it's a political game that they're playing with us, I don't um and I get it because she done said some stuff. But when you're talking about one individual and whatever, I'm talking about how some of us look at all of the British actors or all the African actors from wherever in Africa and act and say that they can't play our parts because they don't know. Many of them have studied us. They know our history better than we do.
Mm-hmm.
We just started studying because of the internet, or just started getting clips because some of us still not studying. We just getting clips off the internet, you know? So I would say that we're more connected than what you're saying, but that's just my opinion. And therefore people who have studied and might have gotten stuff throughout their entire life, not just recently, might better know the person that they're playing than some of us that's just watching, because we just watching and we get the story after we watch. They actually study the
I'm gonna
person
say
because that's their craft, and they
we
know more about that person than you just watching and me just watching.
exactly. So you got to be in tune with that individual. And the thing about, I think we have some very awesome actors was not given the credit that they give other people. Other people can come and do stuff, and it's just like, okay, like because to Raji, we got actors who have never received their role, their flowers right now.
Mhm.
Our actors will have did some very good roles, have brought some greatness to the screens. They don't get that, and it's like, oh, we gonna applaud when other people, that's not cool because those people have did their due diligence and they have faults, and they're right
True.
here.
Yeah, but do I? Because all right, two of my sisters are on the line. We're all aunties on the line, but two of you are on the line. If I thought something was better suited for you, Auntie Michelle, but my sister Marva got it, should I not celebrate her just because I thought you should get it? I don't think
I'm
that
not.
that's the thing.
I'm not
First of
saying
all,
that.
I
I'm
no,
saying
but
everybody.
that
No,
is what it
everybody
is.
should get their flowers at the moment. We should not
Right.
be giving these flowers when they have passed on, because we
That's
have some really, really great actors, actresses. It's like
I know,
a
and
lot of
that's the
people
point I'm trying
overlook.
to make.
Um,
It's not about because what you're speaking on is them not getting their flowers because they don't get it. They don't have the energy. They don't this. You what I didn't hear you say is the people that's choosing them, the people that's trying to further divide us. You're not even pointing fingers over there. You're looking at who actually did get it as if it's their fault. No, it's not their fault. It's actually their craft. They went out for the part. And should I decide I'm not gonna tell you yourself, should you decide that you're not gonna get the thing because it should have gone to Marva, or why'd you go up there in the first place to audition? Auntie
Because to
Michelle.
be honest, when they
Again,
do auditions,
but
especially
I
with high,
did. You say I didn't point the fingers over there. Yeah, it's the ones where it's allowing whatever, or we are allowing them to keep choosing for us.
so let me say this. When they're auditioning with high profile actors and actresses, 9 times out of 10, you don't know who else auditioned for a certain role until years later. They don't
Right.
know. It's
That's true.
usually in the blind, especially when it's high profile because they don't want you worrying about the competition. They want you to focus on the role. Um, so we would schedule, like if it's a bunch of up and coming actors, we'll probably let all of them audition in one day. But the high profile ones, we will schedule them at different times on different days so that they can't cross paths and they don't get the opportunity to talk about it amongst themselves because sometimes they are friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't know. The actors and the actresses don't know. The casting directors and the movie makers, they know.
mhm,
They know. And a lot of the times it has nothing to do with the actors or the actresses. It be the money that be behind them. Some of those casting directors have contracts that they have to do so many movies with so many filmmakers, and it already be written up. It has nothing to do with the actor or the actress at all. A lot of the time it be business. Okay, we're still under contract, so we have to pull our actors and actresses from this pool right here. We can't look over there. So a lot
Yeah.
of the times it be it be business. It don't even be as deep as we want it to be. It just be contractual.
Right. Well, I'm just saying they could do a better job with the casting because I understand about the contract and all of that. I'm just saying they just need to do a better job and not place somebody in a movie to fulfill a contract. If they're not right for the role, don't put them in the role. Let
No,
wait
they're
till the
they're
next
gonna fill
one.
that contract because if they don't fulfill that contract, now they're liable for suit.
and the first time I'm gonna say y'all let them give us a European looking Jesus or one that looks nothing like what the book says. I think it was free fall for all. Now I have problems with those types of things. Now this supposed to be somebody's God, right? Supposed to be
Right.
somebody's God. I ain't even talking about us human beings, light skin, dark skin, none of that. The book that people hold in high esteem, they just run out and watch those movies like it ain't nothing. So if to me, if the general population allows people to play with what they deem to be God, then it's open season after that. That to me
Speaking of
kind
which,
of is like, and it's not right to me. I don't appreciate it, and I don't even subscribe to that in that way. But at the same time, it's like once you are sheepish enough to allow those sorts of things, everything that comes after that is like, because people are playing puppet master out here, and too
speaking
many of us allow it.
speaking of which, have all of y'all seen the Book of Clarence?
Yes, I've seen it.
Auntie,
No.
have you seen Book? Michelle, have you seen Book of Clarence?
Nope.
It is an
Oh, you want
amazing
to see
watch.
it? Yeah.
Before I
Mhm.
suggest y'all watch it, it goes very deep, and I do mean deep. And I had a conversation with my boss. He is not black. I'm just gonna say that. He and his wife went to see it. They are not black. I'm gonna just say that. And they got into a debate, he and his wife. And the conversation was, "This is blasphemy." And he said, "Well, is it? Were you there?" She said, "But the Bible says," and he said, "Yeah, the Bible says hair like wool, bronze skin. That don't look like me." And she said, but we've been, what, something for something for so many years. It don't feel right, regardless of what it feels like or not. This can be a true perspective. Haven't we whitewashed everything else? And she said, but now you're turning the truth. He said, but what's the truth? Everything that he said was like, oh, huh. He said, it really made me think. It really gave me a different perspective. Everybody, you have to watch it all the way through to fully understand. You're gonna feel some type of way because yes, we don't need to play with the Lord. And I found myself being upset with Clarence because I'm like, Clarence, how can you not believe in God? Like, what's wrong with you? But you have to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through to the end. It is a beautiful, beautiful story of what could have possibly truly happened. It is an amazing story, and I suggest everybody watch it.
I
But
Okay.
that,
suggest
but
that too. Yeah.
that movie,
Hmm.
they were getting up and walking out
Yep.
of the movie theater because they did not agree. This is blasphemy. Jesus didn't look like that. That ain't what we was taught. This, that, and the third.
It's about what we were taught.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing too. Everything that we've gotten that's not from our time is something that we were taught. So who's to know what these folks actually look like, what their real personality was, what their real motive and agenda was? We're
Right.
getting stories of everybody, Auntie Michelle. That's just really the thing. How we want to remember them and how they really were, that could be very far apart.
Why are you calling my name?
Because we were talking about what you were talking about, weren't we?
About Harry Tubman.
Yeah, it was referring to what
But
you talking
at
about
the
because I
same
I love
time,
I love Mama Harriet,
but
but we
they
don't
don't
none
know
of us have her full story.
that is true. But I'm not going to dim her light because she did do something very important for the community. So that
Absolutely. And
part
it
of
wasn't
the
just
part
the
of
black
that,
community here.
we're not going to turn it off or dim her light. Ain't even
That's
gonna feel
true.
like it.
But the
'Cause
thing is, why
I'm
should it
focusing on
be?
her history than a
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
history.
Right.
That's the
So as
thing.
far as dimming her light, why should we limit it to the United States? That's the thing. Because when one of somebody else from somewhere else plays it, you best believe their countrymen learn about those people if they didn't already know. Like
but
that's dimming her light, trying to just keep it under wraps over here. To me, if you think about it in that way, now
but
her
if
story is becoming broader, greater, because she was greater.
but if I understand correctly, I don't think Auntie Michelle had an I don't think her issue was that she was British. I think her issue was the energy
That was
that
it.
No, it
she
was because she was British.
no,
So
because she said she
I
didn't
said
have
the
her
energy. I
energy.
couldn't get connect with the energy that was given to me.
Right. But you said when they're not from here, didn't you? That it
Said
maybe
yeah, when
not just
they
Britain, but it's
really don't connect with the energy of what we
of
feel
of
about that lineage of
Americans.
people. We come from them lineage of people. We feel that
Exactly.
energy. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's what
saying,
I heard
but
you
I
say.
mean, I don't
So
I
it
don't
is
see
because
other
she's British.
people play parts, whatever. I mean, because the little J, he's from London. What plays and I like that one, the Bear Lair. I like him. He plays. He goes in role of I can see a young Will Smith, which Will Smith is really Jamaican, but that young man he mirrors Will Smith to the T. But Will Smith is still here to actually show him whatever it is that he needs to show because he do this thing where I'm still kind of connected with the Prince of Bel Air from my era with the Bel Air show. What they doing now. So I like it. And a lot of them people in there are from London. Most of that cast is from London.
That's very connected to Jamaica,
Okay, so I'm saying
right? So they're
I'm
pretty much
saying
them.
I couldn't
But
get down with a
yeah,
couple of these roles what they have did with some important people that it represents the strength of how we are, how we came to form where we're at now. What put in that work, what didn't take that ish.
I guess I actually liked Cynthia playing the Harriet Tubman role because I always hated the fact that they made Harriet Tubman seem like she was just this hardcore stone cold something, and I just always felt like how why is she portrayed like this solid stone wall when she was a
because
hundred
that's how
percent a
black
woman.
women are. Yeah, are portrayed, not
Right,
how we
right,
are. Like we
right.
just so hard and don't
There's
have
only one way. Yeah. So I took
softness.
it as that
Hmm.
if somebody was telling the truth about a black woman, like we're hard because we have to be, but we're still women. We're still soft. We still feminine. We still love. We still get sad. We still hurt. And we do what we have to do because we're forced to. I didn't see it as her energy was off. I looked at it as somebody was telling the other side of Harriet that they don't talk about. They only talk
And
about
she
her
did a
work.
good job to me. To me. Now, I don't like some of her politics, some of the things that I've heard and seen coming out of her mouth, but that doesn't take away from her acting.
No, because I didn't see her in other stuff that I really like. And I'm not saying she, I'm just saying I didn't like her as Harriet Tubman. I personally didn't like it. I didn't care for it. It's not. It was like a disconnect for me. Like no,
Mm.
it really was for me. I don't view them being that when I look at it. And I mean, and even in the stories, like when you're reading about Harriet Tubman, you can pick up her feminine parts of her, like when she went back to get her husband, or when she some of the people that she had to interact with, and she was not all hardcore. I don't perceive her like that. She had a feminine side of her. She still knew her position as a strong feminine woman, but she had a role to play to help, to bring help into what was going on. She had an assignment. And with that assignment, you can't go in there soft. That ain't no soft role to play. That's what I'm saying. That's not a soft energy when she's doing her job. Even right now as a trucker, I can't presume a soft desire because it can swallow me up. Me now, but I'm not gonna always be sitting up here being hardcore with my energy either. I'm a female and I have to balance the two.
Are you saying
But
her energy was too soft for the
no,
role?
no. I just said I didn't. It wasn't. It wasn't my tea. It wasn't my cup of tea. I couldn't connect with it. I
Okay.
couldn't connect with it. I done tried to watch it. I can't connect with it. It came on to. I couldn't connect with it.
So would you
I couldn't connect with
consider
a movie called The Women's King. I couldn't connect with that one.
would you consider any other, or they have to be from? Because that's what maybe I'm misunderstanding. It seems like you're saying they have to be from the United States, connect with our sheroes from here
Maybe
or
connecting
heroes.
themselves all together with the hardship of that era. How about that? When a person really, because I know for a fact, I didn't take, and I didn't know this until after the what movie was old. Like why? But I heard some of the things that lady said, and she don't connect with that part of our lineage at all. She kind of she actually kind of so so mentally look at that part of us is like we crybabies about it. It's not that damn important. Let's be 100 real, because I don't heard her say little things about that part of our era. So maybe she did her image. She wasn't the right fit for that, because you got to be mentally connected with. This is what happened. This is what was going on.
You
I
had
didn't even.
mentioned Taraji earlier. Somebody did, and I've seen her and others. Many of our method actors, they call them. I've seen how they, when they are working on a project, they'll lock themselves in rooms. They'll lose all the weight. They'll put on the clothes of that time. They'll do all these things, and that is their life while they're doing the movie. They become that person, and they've talked about how they feel like they were possessed by the spirit or the energy of that. But once they're done, they are done. They're no longer connected with it. They move on, right? Except when they are referring back to that time in their life. Those, to me, goes back to what I was saying. They're just great actors and actresses. We don't know that Denzel respected Malcolm like that. We know that. Now, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying we don't really know what's in nobody's heart. We know how they speak about these parts when they are advertising, because they want people to see what they're working on, because it's about money at the end of the day. These are their jobs. They
Well,
gotta
Malcolm was
do.
one of
They
those people. I
gotta.
mean, Denzel talks about how he
No,
connect
no,
when,
I'm
yeah,
saying, but check it out. Denzel talks about it, and I'm not saying Denzel be lying. I'm just saying we just hear what he say. We don't know behind closed doors what he say to Miss Pauletta, his wife. Like, you know what? I really feel like Malcolm should have did this, that, and the third. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was right. So we don't know those conversations that happen in these people's private lives. We know what we see on screen, how it plays out, and we hear what they're saying during interviews to promote parts. Period. Because Michelle, is their job. It's literally their job. You not always a trucker. You just said it.
I
That's
know,
just
but
your
I
job.
know the feeling that I got watching Denzel playing Malcolm. Like,
Yeah, that
dang,
is
like I was there
feelings.
around that era. Like I could feel it.
Uh-huh.
But that's just me. I
Okay,
mean,
now
you're trying to convince
Because
me of
let
that's
me
what
something.
a
play
great
I
actor
can
Yeah,
let me
connect with
play
does.
everything.
let me play
I
devil's
can
advocate
connect.
Great
now.
actors
yeah,
make you
yeah.
feel
I
it.
Let
think
me
we're,
let me
yeah,
play
I
devil's
think we're,
advocate.
yeah,
It's called acting. Their
I
job is
can
to
connect with
make
that
you feel
movie.
that way.
It's a few of those movies I don't connect with. I'm like,
Hold on,
even
hold on,
back
hold
to
on.
the
Hold on. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me
oh.
talk. Let me say my piece. It's called
Mhm.
acting. There's many roles that people will play and be good as hell, and they said, I hated that role. Ah,
Hmm.
I hated that role. I hated that role so much. I did not want to be that part. I wanted to play so and so. But because I was so angry and was so pissed off that they gave me that role, I said that I was going to show up and show out in this role and just to purposely try to overact and outshine the main cast of the role that I really wanted. That happens all the time. But they honestly, wholeheartedly did not want or like that character of that cast. They didn't want it, but they wanted to be in said movie. It
yeah,
happens a lot. But that's all a part of being an actor. What you put into it is what people are going to get out. But that doesn't necessarily mean their personal views connect with said role. That's
Maybe.
just like Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio was great in the Django, but and that, y'all know we love Django, But Samuel Jackson had to literally push him, back him in the corner, and make him angry to say the N word because he didn't want to say it. He was struggling with saying it. But when he finally got to the part to where got to the point to where he was actually in the role, in the character, Samuel Jackson had to get it out of him because he was struggling with it. That's the whole part of being an actor. It's
Yeah.
And
called
we
acting.
and we know how Samuel Jackson feel about being black. Like he don't hold back on who he is. But to play the part that he played, it was believable that who the nigga on the side. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the word, but you know what I'm saying? People are
Yeah, you can't
it's
be.
their
I
job.
cannot. Look, we are live now. I can't be editing this stuff out. We can't have these type of slip ups.
My fault. But yeah, because this is live. It's
Yes,
real life. And they're playing people in their real life. They're playing in their real life.
they're portraying.
Yes.
They're
It doesn't make
portraying.
them it their thing. Like I had a job that I ain't really like, but I went there because people was paying me. I
Now,
wasn't a
Exactly.
stripper
Janisha,
or nothing, but
I can't believe you said
So
that on the app.
may I?
right.
What that happens all the time though. But Auntie Janisha,
Yes.
why is it so? Because I and maybe I'm misinterpreting this incorrectly because we all know I interpret stuff incorrectly all the time. So you can
Mm.
correct me if I'm misinterpreting. Why do you feel so strongly about about Auntie Michelle not connecting with this British actor playing Harriet Tubman?
I feel strongly first and foremost because I understand I understand the not leaving a band-aid on things. I understand how if I have a wound and it keeps getting wounded in that same space, I need to figure out what's causing the wound, not blame the wound, not blame the band-aid or the person that's administering the medication or whatever. I need to figure out what is the root of the thing. Stop being so clumsy walking into the tree or just whatever it is. I understand that there are handlers that's handling all of us. And it was designed that we not be together, that we not relate to those of us that look like us in other spaces, that we never see the similarities by how they're treated over there on that side of the pond, as they call it, right?
Right.
Because there are people who work together at the top in all these different countries that's pulling the strings. And
Uh,
that is why it bothers me because Auntie Michelle and others, and sometimes me, we fall into this blaming people that look like me, blaming people that, and we're not the ones that keep the stuff going, and certainly not the ones that started the division. If you are a believer of the Bible, the very first thing that happened in the negative was some creature, according to the book, came along and caused division. Division is the oldest trick, then, according to that book. And if so many people subscribe to it, it seems like to me we would always remember what some of these actors, these bad actors as they call them, are doing is no different than that. That would make them akin to that creature to me. And I need to not look at the person that they are trying to cause division between myself and that person. I need to always look at them because they're sneaky like that creature. They throw a rock, hide their hands, sit back and watch us argue. What we arguing for?
I would
I'm
argue.
happy.
I
I'm not
say it
saying
like
you're arguing like that. I'm
and I
just
personally
saying
do not.
we're
I'm gonna say
upset.
it. I personally
Go
do not
ahead.
like her. She is the puppet for them, and that do play into a part of. I really don't like her, but it's other movies that woman have played in that I really did like, but I truly don't like her. And I'm gonna say that she have doubled down and want our the money over here, and she plays with those same people that you talk about. She plays her
Mhm.
role for them, and she don't mind. She really don't. And she have been very, very open. So yeah, I would never defend her. And yes, I do have take issue with her because she do what she do. But at the exact same time, I just said I ain't connect with that movie. So if you want the full
So
all
to
of it, yeah,
and
I don't
and
like
that
her.
But the question that Auntie just asked me, she said, why do I give it so much pushback? It's not because you don't like her. When you speak on it, and we talk about these things off the air, right?
yeah.
What listeners don't know. When you speak on it, you speak about them. You didn't single her out even when you started this. Now maybe I need to go back and listen to the beginning, but you didn't single them out. Her out. You say them.
I said her.
No, she
No,
said her.
you brought
I
her
said
as an
her.
example, but you
You
went.
heard what you wanted to hear.
No,
I
it's
said
not.
I did
No, we're
not
not gonna
say
do
that
that.
that
No, no,
lady.
You
no,
did
no,
say
stop,
her,
stop,
Said,
stop,
but you
I said
stop,
said
stop.
and I
No,
asked that I say names, and I
you
particularly asked that
did.
I say names.
You did
Now
say
everybody, you
her,
can
Yeah,
but
listen
you
what
wait.
I
went to
said.
Okay,
I
them.
said
wait.
I
no, no,
So,
not
no,
like
no,
her.
so
stop.
it was said that you said her. Yes, you said her, but before when you said can I say names, you were saying them as in general, and you used her as an example. But you was
Yeah, that's right.
collectively saying them. They
Them.
they don't. Why they giving roles to people from England? So you
That
said both.
is.
You said both, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. You was
Okay, so
using her as an
it
example.
was a
Still, I
mishap.
still would say that. Why they can't give it to somebody of that woman lineage? Why we need to get to? But that's just my own opinion, and who's supposed to straighten me? Because I'm entitled to my own opinion. But
Yeah,
at the
we
same
all are.
time, I should have to be checked every time I have an opinion about certain people that I really don't care about.
It's not being
Give a
checked. We're just
true
having a
flip about that
conversation.
one. Because I'm gonna tell
Right.
you like this right here. That woman have already made her decision how she feel about me when she speaks about particular people of Black America. So she
Okay.
have already made a decision. She don't like me anyways. And but I did to go and say it's some that I really like the little boy would play in what was it? Power. He's from Africa. When I say he still sit on set, and I have seen him play some American roles. He have did phenomenal, like his music and all. I like that brother. It's a comedian right now. He even talks about how he agrees with what I'm thinking and what I'm talking about. Garfy. He gets on them the African community behind all the time about what I'm addressing. And I'm not talking about all of them because some of them are really cool and they're writers. But at the exact same time, it's always take issue when we have a problem with somebody, or if I make an opinion about, well, I think that role should have really went to somebody of Black America. Will have did a
Right.
phenomenal job with that because they can understand the pain behind that. That's still my opinion because I can't pick who gonna go up there and do it. But I have heard people say no, because these people act better than y'all. What? Where? Where when Black America has set the standards for acting? I'm talking about not now, not this era. I'm talking about almost back there way Harriet Tubman coming from. And them people still ain't get their flowers.
Right. Okay. I just yeah. Okay. We're gonna keep it going because it's not it's and I started it off because I went on a tangent about the Michael movie. So, but and it's not just geared to our community or our culture. There's lots of vanilla actors that I don't care for, and I don't feel that they were right in certain roles. As a matter of fact, my cousin and we had this conversation about the movie Jack Reacher, and I went on and on and on for about an hour about how Tom Cruise was not the right person to play Jack Reacher. Because if you read the books, Jack Reacher is over 6 feet tall and he is really buff. Now, if Tom Cruise if I saw Tom Cruise in a dark alley trying to okay, that wouldn't scare me. I wouldn't be scared by that. But now, if the actual Jack Reacher, the over 6 foot, yeah, now that's gonna have me shaking in my boots. And the fight
Now let me
scenes, and the fight scenes were were believable. I
now just to clarify, that was again that was probably contractual because Tom Cruise is not sitting back working with an agent to book the movies that he would like to be in. Tom Cruise is now funding the movies and executive producing the movies he would like to be in. So this was probably an idea that Tom Cruise had on his own and was like, you know what? I really like this. I want to be seen as a different typecast. I want to get out of my shell and try something new.
You
So
should have picked a
let's
different movie.
try this movie and and let's see how this works for me because they do that. Once they get to a certain status and you got that kind of money, it's up and it's stuck. You can do what you want to do. Now that don't mean the audience gonna like it, but I can afford to do it now. So Tom Cruise is in a place to where he executive produces now. So that's probably what that was. That
Well,
he didn't want to be typecast no more as just the action figure, the power action guy, or the the high serious roles. He wanted to try to step into some fear or some sci-fi or something like that. So that's
mm,
probably what that was.
well, that was a mishap, and I'm glad when I heard that he was one of the choices for Iron Man. I'm glad they did not pick him because they did made a good choice going with RDJ. RDJ is the best Iron Man. Let him stay in Mission
With and without
Impossible.
the drugs, I agree.
Let Tom Cruise stay in Mission Impossible. No, pick another movie. Don't pick Jack Reacher. And don't let Ben Affleck or George Clooney or Val Kilmer play another Batman movie. Come on now. Mm-mm. No.
Well, Auntie, I will go on record also tell you I don't like how they remix Annie or they remix by one of my Matilda. I
Wait,
couldn't stand
is
it.
it out?
Yes, that
Annie is
little
out.
musical. I didn't like that. I ain't like color the color purple. I ain't like none of it.
I love the color purple.
The
I was cute.
original is
The
fine with
Yeah,
me.
I like the original. I didn't see the new one.
It
The
was a musical. It
Matilda.
was a
Oh, I
musical.
can't stand it.
It was
I
not,
turned it off.
but
Oh,
it was not supposed to be the same. They said it was a Broadway musical that they brought to the film.
Haven't they
Y'all went in it. Y'all went into it thinking that it was going to be a regular movie, but they announced that it was. That's why they had all singing. It was singers on there. It was a musical. They was doing the Broadway version, not the original
well,
version.
I can't get
well
jiggy with that. So I went
haven't
and
they
watched the real Matilda.
haven't they learned by now that Broadway does not transpire to the
Not
big
true.
screen?
Not true because Wicked is doing
Okay,
amazing and I love it.
Wicked is the exception. Wicked is the exception. I'll give you that. I loved Wicked. That I'll give you
And
that.
that Lion King one, I was something my brother.
Well, I can't speak on that one because I didn't see the Lion King. But Les Mis, epic fail. Phantom, epic fail.
I didn't
Into
know
the
they released
Woods.
the Anna, the Annie, not Annie. Oh,
Matilda.
I'm thinking about Polly. Yeah, I didn't like the new Annie one. I didn't like the new
I
Annie
didn't like
with Jamie
Annie
Foxx.
or Matilda.
Yeah, with Jamie
They
Foxx. I didn't like the
have
Annie with Jamie Foxx. But I'm waiting
Yeah,
on
I
Polly.
didn't care for it. I liked it for itself. It should have been separated from the original Andy. That's how I felt about that movie because it was cute. It was
Yeah, they were
adorable,
trying to
but I
modernize
didn't like
it
it
and
trying to be collab with the original Andy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
wasn't a fan.
Just let Broadway stay on Broadway. Don't try to revamp it into a movie. If you want to bring it to the people that can't go to Broadway, just do the original Broadway and put that on the big screen. We don't need to go and revamp it with actors who can sing but didn't sing but sung horribly in that. Hugh Jackman, for instance, has a great singing voice, but in Les Mis, no, epic fail, epic fail. He was great in The Greatest Showman. Stick to that. Don't do no, no. And before y'all get it in your
Um,
head, do not do the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Don't put that on.
oh my
Don't
God.
revamp that to put that on the big screen. Just let it stay on the stage. Go ahead, Auntie Michelle.
They also did it with oh, what's her name? What's my girl name? Harriet Spy. I couldn't stand it. They actually did a movie. I was like, oh,
Personally, I love a great musical on the big screen, but I'm a musical girl, so
I'm a
that's
musical girl too. That's why I'm saying if you wanted to be on the big screen, put the Broadway version onto the big screen. You don't need to revamp it. You don't need it doesn't need to be adapted for the big screen. Just show the Broadway version on the big screen. Just
no, it's
do
not
like
the
they do
same.
with PBS. You
No,
know,
Auntie.
put the
No.
PBS version up there. No. We don't need a whole new script. We don't know. No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Because Broadway is totally different from the big screen. It just you have to have and the people that sing on Broadway, they have you have to have those very powerful voices like that. And if you don't have that type of voice, you just don't do it. Just say, I know we're under contract, but I I don't feel that I can do this one. What's the next role that you have available for me? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. 'Cause no. No. Mm-mm.
Well,
but this actually just be left
I'm gonna make
alone.
this will be my final take as an actress, as somebody that wanted to be an actress. I'm sorry for years, and really it still is considering it because I actually auditioned for a role and I got it. It's not a big. I don't have a lot of speaking role minutes in the movie, but I got some speaking minutes. Um, Anytime an actor, especially let's say for instance Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has been typecast for a long time. He is an action figure guy, right? Top
Yeah.
Gun. He's an action guy. As an actor or an actress, you want to be known as a chameleon in the acting game. You want to be known as I can play any role because that is the ultimate goal of an actor. I want to be able to portray anyone or anybody in a film. So I say kudos to anybody that stands up and tries their attempt at something that they usually wouldn't normally do because that's their craft and they're trying to expand and grow. For them to stay in a place to where I don't think you'll do a good job, but they try it anyway. Kudos to you. Kudos to you because that's growth within your field. That's growth.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I just don't take him seriously as a dramatic actor. I mean, look at Interview with the Vampire. That wasn't an action role. That
Hmm.
was a dramatic role.
Hmm.
I did not find him believable as a vampire. I just didn't find him believable at all. I'm just gonna put it say it like that.
I will go on record saying, and I told you this, Auntie. I like Auntie husband doing what was that? Auntie, what's the movie I told you?
Name
Living
Naked
Neil.
Gun.
Naked Gun.
Yeah.
I thought that was too cute. And I'm not a person who really like for stuff to be re-edited. redid. But he did an awesome job, and everybody around him carried him really well, and I loved it. I can
I didn't
watch
see
the
it.
movie. That one went on my list. I can watch that one over and over. So yeah, he did a phenomenal job on there.
I
Well,
didn't see it.
I'm glad that you supported him. It's not my genre of movie, so I didn't see it, and I already said I wasn't going to go see it because it wasn't my genre of movie. But I knew he would be great in it because he is naturally funny.
I didn't
Is
know
he?
that. I'd never seen that part of him. That's what kind of threw me off. Like, wait, hold on.
That's
I
because you
didn't take him as that guy. Like he stepped outside his box. It was to me. It was he was stepping outside himself.
That's because you don't watch his interviews. If you watched his interviews, you would see he's hilarious. He is extremely funny, and he does like little funny skits and stuff every once in a while.
Auntie, I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if
I
I
trust
see.
your judgment and character. If that man bend over and tie his shoe, you gonna giggle. So I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. You're a little head over heels for that one. So I don't know. You're a little biased.
I
A little bit.
Well, even though I am biased of him, if he did something that I didn't think was great, I would tell you there's a lot of movies that he's done. There's probably like a handful that I don't like. So, I mean, yeah.
That's my first time ever hearing you say that.
Well, Auntie Janisha was surprised when I said I wasn't going to go see that movie because it's not my genre of movie, and I expressed that before. This isn't the first time I've said that on the podcast. There are
Yeah.
several movies of his that I don't like and won't see. Yeah.
So
So
anybody want to see Stranger Things on Broadway? Because I do. Have y'all
I
mentioned that? Because I got cut off
Wait,
for a
they going to
second.
Broadway?
Yes, it's on Broadway and it looks good. I want to see it.
I haven't, to be totally honest with you, I haven't seen the show.
I watched
Me
the
too. I've never
half
seen it either.
half of the first season and I absolutely loved it just because the kids were so innocent with their little cussing here and there. They're just so innocent. They remind me of the Goonies. Y'all remember the Goonies? Those children.
Of
Yes.
course, of course,
That's
of
how
course.
they made me nostalgic for 80s kids and our innocence back then.
Yeah, The Goonies was filmed here in the Pacific Northwest. As a matter of fact, every time I go across the bridge to Astoria, I go right by that scene and I be like, The Goonies.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I just made I could watch the Goonies. I could watch I made my
Stop
baby.
saying that baby's name.
Sorry. I made my baby watch the Goonies, and he liked it, but he was more impressed because we went to see a movie that was on Broadway. They took to the big screen and it did great. Little Shop of Horrors. It was Little Shop of Horrors was in Orlando, and he loved it. And ever since we left, we left it at night, and he kept saying, "Mommy, that clam ate that girl and that boy." I say, "Clam? What clam?" "Yes, that clam. He ate that girl and that boy." And I had to think. It took me about 2 days to figure out what was he talking about, and
He
it
was
hit me.
talking about the the
I
Phoenix.
said,
The
"Well, that
Venus
was a
flytrap.
flower." I said that was a flower. So he kept talking about it. He wanted to see it so much again, that I had to rent it on TV. And he's been watching it ever since. This was been since October. And he still, just the other day, mommy, Little Shop. And he walk around the house singing it, Little Shop, Little Shop, Little Shop. I'm like, boy, God, dog. Okay. Yep. And that. And that clam said chomp chomp, and it ate that boy. I'm like, that's a flower, dude. It wasn't a clam.
Now, wait, did he see
I
the
know.
one with Steve Martin and Rick Moranis?
No, we yes we saw the we saw it on Broadway, and then we saw the newer one, the one that came out in 1987, not the one that came out in 1943 in black and white. Did
No, no,
y'all
no.
know
The
the
one
one?
with the one with Steve Martin.
Yes.
Okay. I yeah, that's a great movie.
No, not with wait Steve Martin. Steve Martin, was that Steve Martin, the one in black and white?
No,
It was
Steve
No.
Rick Moranis.
Yes, and Steve Martin.
Steve Martin was, oh, that's right, because he was the doctor.
Yes, he was the dentist. That's why I
I
was
mean, the dentist.
asking.
Yes, so he saw that one. But did y'all know in the original one, the black and white one? Because I ended up watching it. He didn't like it. He was like, "Nah, this." It was too
I didn't
dated
even know
for
they
him.
had one in black and white.
It was
I
the
did.
original one. The original one that came out. The dentist that played in the black and white one. The original was Jack Nicholas
Nicholson. Yeah.
Nicholson.
That's
Nicholson. I mean.
why that's why I was asking which one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, no. I turned
The-
it on. He wasn't interested because I think because it was black and white, he did it didn't lock in. So I ended up having to get the other one with Rick Moranis. And because he looked like the guy that played on the Broadway version that we saw when he very first saw it looked
uh,
like Rick Moranis. And it was so yeah. It was
yes.
more believable. Yeah.
Yes. Now that was another one that did great as a movie. I forgot about
It
that one.
did. It did.
There are very few that
There's a lot. Don't
translate.
you do that. You
No,
cut it out,
there's
Auntie.
very few that
Polly
translate.
did great. Polly did great as a play on the big screen. We're not gonna do this, okay? I love musicals on the big screen. We not finna say that they don't do good.
There are very few that
Dream
Who probably
Girls
translate
did
did
see Marvel?
well.
excellent. Dream Girls was great. They
Okay.
all did so
Okay.
good.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I'll give you Dream Girls. Okay.
Green
Sparkle
I'll
Bus
was
was good.
Sparkle
I,
was great.
I
Sparkle
didn't
did
see
good.
Sparkle.
Sparkle was good. I like the sparkle.
I didn't see Sparkle. I saw the original Sparkle. I didn't see um the I didn't see the remake one.
They were good. It was very good.
Okay. I'll give you those. I'll give you those.
I just
Um
named four of them. Don't you dare
yeah,
sit there talking about it ain't
yeah,
good.
that's four out of a long list
We not doing that.
of 100 and something.
We not doing that. We not
Okay,
doing
Missy,
that.
I'm not doing it either. Some of this
That
stuff needs to be left alone.
We not
that
doing that.
Leave it
that's
alone.
We
okay.
not doing that.
That's four, Auntie Marva. I'll give you those four out of a list of how many?
It that was weren't the only four. I named four, but y'all named a couple of them that was good too. Come on now, y'all can't don't be hating on the musicals, man. A great musical will
No,
have
that's
you
what I'm
smiling and
no,
singing
that's
all week long.
no, that is what upsets me because I love musicals and I'm like, why would you take
Trying to look
something
at
that
and dog. Come on now.
love? Why would you take something that I love so much and destroy it like this?
That's how it is.
Wow,
My heart
destroy,
is
Auntie, destroy.
yes, yes. If you see
Destroyed.
the stage production of Les Mis and then watch the movie, it was destroyed.
That's
What
right.
They
about what about dang, I was gonna call it um not the Romeo and Juliet, but the other version. What was it called? Um
Point Leah in.
no, where the girl reached over and unlocked the car door. I can't think of it.
Hmm?
huh?
Where the girl reached over and unlocked, he was waiting for her to unlock the car door and she unlocked it.
Oh, Legally Blonde.
No,
I have not
no.
seen
Ain't
no.
nobody talking about no legally blonde. Auntie,
Then
no.
I don't know. Then I
What?
don't know.
Oh man, I can't. Poochie, you it
They
was the
that
old one. Oh man, I can't think
That's
of it.
that
The name of it.
scene. That's so. that's played what you just said. We need more, many more clues because what you just said is in so many things now.
It
Yeah,
was a Bronx Tale. There we go.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
Oh Lord, I'm
Yeah,
sick of y'all.
she said, I'm sick of y'all. Yeah, I didn't see that one. But we need to move on. But we need to move on to our segment. So, in loving connections, building healthy relationships, we are going to admit when we are wrong. So, Auntie Marva, I know that you're driving, but do you have anything for Career Corner, or do you just need to email it to me when you get home?
Yeah, I have to email them to you. I do have some stuff, but I'm back on the highway.
Okay. Um,
Can I
Auntie,
comment about that? Admitting we were wrong. I'm a cancer.
what the,
That
look?
works against
I
our DNA.
look. I don't care if you're a Cancer, Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Gemini, a Leo, a Aries, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, a Taurus. Who would I leave out? You need look when you're wrong. You need to admit when you're wrong, at least to your partner. I didn't say to everybody. At least to your partner. Auntie Janisha, do you have anything for what were they thinking? Or did this or was this enough for
I think our topic today satisfied that.
okay. And
Wait, no,
so,
don't you have a book?
we're not there yet, Auntie
Oh,
Marva. You're jumping
yeah.
ahead. We're not
Gosh,
Yeah.
pushy,
I
Nope.
Cancer.
know,
But
right? Cancers.
I'm just I'm a nurturer. I'm trying to make sure everybody get taken care of.
So for the next one, I see you, I hear you. Parents, grab your child, grab your calendar, and schedule your 1 hour so that I had to let Auntie Michelle back on the stage. So y'all can schedule your 1 hour activity. Okay, Auntie Janisha, Auntie's bookshelf. What you got for us?
Okay, so I'm a snacker and a fooder. So these are actually for the babies. I remember in because I got little grandkids now, so we into food books messing with me. Green eggs and ham. I
That's
remember
a
making
shame.
green eggs and ham. Mind your business. It's good. We made that when I was in elementary school. Just put the green food coloring in the eggs or whatever. Not you don't have to super soak it, but just a little bit go a long way. Do the green eggs and ham with the kids, and you can even use turkey bacon instead of if you don't eat swine, right? So
Mm-hmm.
green eggs and ham, we know that's by Dr. Seuss. And then my other book actually came up today. I was in the company of other adults because we're doing some community projects.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually talking about revamping our community garden space and how instead of everybody grabbing a plot, that and this time just focus on one thing and perfect it. And then we all bring it together. And then we started talking about the book Stone Soup, which I have a copy right here. This
Oh,
version
I
is
remember that.
by,
I love Stone Soup.
it says retold by John Waring Stewig and illustrated by Margaret Tomes. And it's always been one of my favorites, again, because it's talking about the food, but also togetherness and cooperation, which we can use more of, you
Yes.
know.
That's
And
just beautiful.
this is the season.
That is
And
so
it's the
great.
season to be eating something really warm in our tummy. So
Yes, it is.
stone soup is good.
So I have a tidbit about that green eggs and ham.
Okay, what's your tidbit?
Green Eggs and Ham is currently streaming on Netflix. They have a
Ah,
series of Dr. Seuss series of Green Eggs and Ham, and it is absolutely good. It's about 3 seasons, and each season has about 10 episodes. It is really good. So my little one been watching it. He loves Green Eggs and Ham. We be singing the song and all. So I caught myself getting up one morning and was like, you know what, we done watched the stayed up and binge watch some green eggs and ham. I'm gonna make him some green eggs and ham and I'm gonna turn it on so he can watch it. I brings this heathen his food and he gonna tell me I don't know my colors because it wasn't green. I almost flipped the whole plate over.
Don't be calling my baby
Because
no
your mama
heathen.
don't know her colors. Your mammy don't know her colors. I'm trying to do something cute to you. So cause you watching your movie and give you what you eat in the name of the movie, you would tell me I don't know my colors. I will flip the table upside down. Who you
He
talking
is
to?
critiquing you.
Who you talking to?
What color was it? Be honest. Was it chartreuse? Like
It
what we
was
get?
there was green eggs is yellow and white. And ham is a pinkish cooked charred. You know what that is? I ain't got no food coloring.
Oh, then he was absolutely right. Why you mad at the child for knowing his colors and you're very diligent about teaching him his colors and you gonna get mad? What are
It
we
was the thought
doing?
that count. I wasn't trying to
It,
give him no green eggs and no green ham. I was giving him
She
eggs
just
and
wanted
ham.
him to have, yeah, she was just making him eggs and ham for breakfast. She did not
then
say
that's how
she was
then
making
Auntie, that's how she
them.
should have presented it. Don't be trying to trick us up to my here's your green eggs and ham and then you plop regular
I
eggs in
didn't
front of
say
me.
they was green. I
Nope,
Oh,
didn't
I
tell
thought
him
that's
I
what
was
you
bringing
said.
him green. I
no,
didn't. You
Okay.
done announced that it was gonna be green. I
no,
said surprise. I made you some eggs and ham because you watching green eggs and ham. You
Okay.
don't. You don't know your colors, mommy. Excuse you. Excuse you.
Well,
oh
who
my
of us, if you were doing a tribute meal to this thing that I'm watching, who of us on this phone wouldn't have been expecting something similar to what we're watching? I mean, I still don't see where he was wrong in his expectation.
I
What
mean,
we
I
doing
could,
here?
yeah, I can see both points, but she did, but it would have been different if she would have said, I brought you green eggs and ham. That's not
I
what she said.
I didn't bring him nothing green. I ain't even tell him I was gonna bring nothing green.
My
And
nephew
then gonna
said,
Yes.
read my mind.
gonna try to insult my character.
My nephew said, I done put in all these movie hours on this, and you show up.
With regular eggs and ham.
Well,
Ungrateful.
let's see him hold his breath to the next time I do something cute.
Ungrateful. Okay. So we're going to go into open topics, and our open topics ties in with our topic. But I'm kind of interested because you guys have, I'm interested what you're going to say to the first one. So, what celebrities would you want to play your parents in a biopic about your life?
Oh
So,
Lord.
Auntie Marva, I'm going to have
Oh
you go
Lord.
first.
Okay. So the person that I would get to play Fred, uh, would probably be man. My parents wouldn't. Man, man.
I know it's not
I would
easy.
probably get. I would probably get. I would probably get Chris Tucker to play Fred because he would do a good crackhead.
Okay.
Oh,
And then what's wrong, Michelle? What what's the problem, Michelle?
Auntie Mich-
First off, I was on mute. I ain't say nothing. 'Cause I'm trying to think of a good crackhead for mine.
right? Auntie Michelle didn't say anything. You
that
just
was me. I was like,
Oh,
you
oh,
just called
oh.
her out, and I was like, Auntie Michelle didn't say anything. She's
I
over
heard the
here
noise. Oh, it was
silent.
that
Poochie.
was
That
me.
was
That was
Auntie
me.
Janisha.
Cause I got to know him after and right before he passed, and it's just yeah,
Oh well, I don't know. I didn't. I see. You knew a side that I don't know.
yeah. Cause
So
when I
maybe
lived
you
in
can
West
find an
Palm,
actor for the other side that I didn't know.
Okay. So, so what about
And then
for?
for my mom, there's she's like an onion. You know, there's layers to her.
What? You're gonna have Shrek play her?
I would probably go with somebody. Oh, you know what?
What?
I would get. I always thought that she looked like Stephanie Mills. So
Hmm.
the younger
Oh,
her, I would probably go with like a Stephanie Mills or
okay.
a Jackie or somebody like that. Cause she kind of bougie, prissy. She was bad. Brenda was bad.
Yeah, stop saying her name.
I mean,
Yeah, but
BG,
yeah,
BG, BG was bad.
but complexion wise though,
I said Jackie.
mm,
BG is red. She ain't never been dark. Jackie red.
okay. I can see the Stephanie
But
Mill.
Stephanie Mills is brown, so that wouldn't match. But their mannerisms, I always compare BG to Stephanie Mills. And we remember we used to say that when we was little.
Yeah,
Auntie
we
Janice and
did.
Michelle. We
Yep.
used to say it all the time, like, dang, they resembled each other, except BG was light. That's the only difference. BG was light. But the shortness, the size, the little mannerisms, and I remember BG used to wear them old long old heels, them tall heels, just like Stephanie Mills. Like I remember
And,
that.
and they're probably about the same height.
They are. They midgets. Cause BG knee high to a duck.
Look, she's a smurfette.
Yes, she is. She a little one, little head, itty bitty head.
Okay, okay, Auntie Janisha, do you want to go next?
I was trying to think, and this is not exactly accurate,
Okay,
but I'm gonna say Mad Dog is the character that Forrest Whitaker played in
Mm.
Jason's Lyric. So I'm gonna say Forrest Whitaker because of how he is to me now.
Oh,
I didn't know my
you broke up. You didn't know what?
I didn't know my daddy growing up.
Okay.
But entering early adulthood,
Hmm.
he has been since then. He has been an awesome dude. I would say Forrest Whitaker.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, we just lost her. Oh no. Auntie Michelle, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
so I'm not okay. So with my mom, me, it'll either be Queen Latifah because she resembles her to me, or Debbie Allen because she resembles her to me. And she's the older too.
Oh,
So that
Okay.
would be her.
I can see
But
Debbie.
my,
I couldn't see Queen Latifah, but I can definitely see Debbie Allen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Um
can see Debbie Allen and BG.
so I'm not gonna go with my dad. I'm gonna go with my stepfather. Because he always he
Oh
always
Lord.
needs to look like
Oh Lord.
Okay.
what's the guy name? I'll probably say Samuel Jackson for
Oh, oh, I got it. So if we saying our stepdaddy, Michelle, I'm gonna go with Bernie Mac.
yeah, for daddy. I was gonna do daddy, my granddaddy, Bernie Mac, and for my grandma, it'll be what's her name? She's deceased, but Saint
Nell
Carter,
Carter.
Nell Carter.
I thought about that too. I was gonna say that earlier. I was gonna say Nell Carter for grandma.
Yeah,
Either Nell Carter
Okay.
or Medea.
I'm gonna go with Nell Carter because she was.
You saying looks. I'm talking about
Yeah.
personality. Personality, Medea.
From my understanding, off that set, she was a that person. So yeah, you want to look up her bio. I'm just saying.
I don't
Before
know
you
if
go
me
all
and
the way
this
there,
phone gonna get
she had
along.
an addiction problem too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. But I know my grandmother didn't. But I'm just saying she was a stream model that you didn't know. She went
Yeah,
always
no,
in
no,
there.
no. I know
So
about her,
that's the
and I
part I'm
saw
going with. That
her
means
her
she can
wife,
act her.
her wife and all. So I know.
Yes. So that means she can act her. You get what I'm going with that? She can act her as well.
Who
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
It
it,
looks
Auntie
like her.
Michelle?
She said Nell Carter for grandma,
Oh,
or and I said, well, of course, Medea because of the personality.
Yeah.
But she said something that I didn't think about. Debbie Allen for mom, or
Yeah,
Queen
Debbie as
Latifah.
Queen Latifah for mom. And then I didn't pick my daddy. I went strict with my stepfather, and I
Mm.
went with my boy, Chef.
Chef.
That's,
Oh, I can
um,
see that.
exactly right.
That's
And
how
so,
I remember him.
and then with Daddy, we going with Bernie Mac. We know
Bernie
you
Mac.
going with Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
I
Okay.
don't know about that one. I always saw what's his name,
Because
Robin Williams. I
because
mean Robin
My
Harris
dad,
Rabbit
for
Harris.
dad.
But see, I
Robin
always
Harris.
we had a different relationship, Auntie Janisha, because we got on Daddy nerves. So we
Hmm.
pushed that. Daddy used to cuss.
I was his baby girl. So yeah, I was the baby girl. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely say Bernie Mac because the more that I watch that show, the more that it makes me reminisce about him. And I
Hey,
was
can
like,
our
dang,
brother be
we was
that
aggravating.
hey Mama, Auntie Poochie, could our brother be the milk and cookies?
Mm,
Because
that milk
it
and
was two
cookies down
girls and
them
one boy right
downstairs.
there.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Mm-mm.
yes.
Okay,
Definitely.
so Auntie Janisha, before you got kicked, before your phone kicked you out, who were you gonna say for your mom?
Alfred Woodard in Crooklyn.
Oh,
Oh
Oh, I
yes.
can see Alfre Woodard.
Yes.
I can see that too.
Yes. Her
Yeah,
personality all
Yep.
day. Yes. And
yeah,
the fussing and the get up out of bed. Yep.
yeah.
Um,
So so for me, so if we were going by um personality and height, it would be Denzel Washington, but for complexion, it would be Courtney B. Vance
Okay,
boom.
yeah. Yep.
for
Yep.
my dad.
I can see both of them. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
for my
Yeah.
dad.
Hey,
And
Granddaddy
and
was
then,
down something like that for real.
Yeah,
yeah,
Anybody
he
got a picture of this man?
Girl, you ain't see all them women at that funeral, girl,
I
come up
don't
there
I
have
talking
any
for
didn't
3 minutes.
no,
go.
Oh, you
I don't
didn't.
I don't have
Yeah.
any
yeah,
pictures with him, but
she
I
didn't go.
That thing.
love the conversations we had when I had went to jail and he bonded me out, and I had to keep going up there. Like he was really cool. He and I really like bonded.
Yeah, and then for my mom, I picked Jennifer Lewis.
What? For real?
Yeah, because of the because of her complexion and how she was in that movie she did with Whitney Houston. What was that movie?
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know.
with Whitney, in the Christmas movie.
Yeah, and I said it was a remake of The Bishop's Wife. What was that movie called?
The
The
preacher's
preacher's
wife.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Nah,
How she
Mich-
was acting in that movie. Yeah, that was
nah,
so
Michelle.
Margaret.
The,
You trying to act like you ain't remember Grandma going up there rewriting that obituary on the spot.
oh, but
She
when she
wasn't
said that, I
there.
thought you were talking about the Tina
Auntie,
Turner mama. Because you know, Rules be paying everybody mama. She done played everybody mama. Tupac, everybody mama. She have
no,
been everybody mama. So I thought you was gonna go with the Tina Turner virgin mama. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
no, and Auntie Marva, Michelle didn't go
I
to my
wasn't there.
she wasn't at my dad's funeral. Yeah,
Okay.
so she didn't meet her. She wasn't there. So the second one is well, we gotta run out of time, so I'm gonna do the last one. Which Spider-Man is the best? Toby, Andrew, or Tom?
Spider Man.
Yeah.
I like the little
I like the little
okay,
black
I
boy.
don't like neither one of those. Yeah, I like the yeah, I'm
I'm
finna
rooting.
say I like the
I'm rooting for
Dominican one.
everybody
But
black,
these are
like Issa said.
these are
Oh God.
these are the movie ones. Wasn't he the cartoon one?
It was still a
He's still a
movie.
movie.
Right. But the
The
okay,
Issa Rae said, "I'm rooting for everybody black."
okay, fine.
Miles,
Right.
that's his name. Miles. I'm sitting here trying to
Miles.
think of
Miles,
Yep,
it.
exactly.
Miles. Yeah.
Miles is my
Miles
My
boy.
is
Miles was not one of the options, but
I
you
vote
guys
for
are
Miles for 3,000, Alex.
okay.
you ain't gonna win this one.
I I
We're
just
going with the little chocolate boy, as you would say.
All right, go with the little chocolate boy. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I
No,
would.
no,
I'm
I'm
Yeah.
for
that
real. I
special.
like the I like Toby. It's Toby Maguire, right? And that's his name.
I
Auntie.
the first Spider Man.
Yes, the very first one.
Okay, I like the last one. Which one? I like Tom. Yes, Auntie
Auntie.
Michelle. Yes, Auntie
Mm.
You
Michelle.
need credit. You know you do. You still need credit from the last show you did. So I'm just saying you should be eating up the little Dominican boy right now. Okay, you should be all in. Okay,
I should be all in with the mocha
you need credit. You need some kind of street credit, black credit, because you revolt.
Well, according to everyone else, I lost my black card a long time ago, and
Agreed.
it was never coming back. So
Agreed.
at this point in time, I am I am who I am,
Hey,
and
Oh.
Auntie.
yeah.
Hey, y'all, man. She messed me up because y'all know one of my favorite people is Madam C.J. Walker. That's how she said she was.
Okay, look,
Who?
I get her mixed up with Alice Walker. Okay, I
Oh,
got
not
her
the.
mixed.
Oh Lord,
No,
Auntie.
Look, both their last
no.
name is Walker, okay?
Oh Lord, Auntie.
I knew one wrote The Color Purple and the other one invented the hot comb. Now,
Lord, have mercy, Auntie.
keeping them straight, I'm just not gonna do that.
I have an announcement, y'all.
Okay, what's your announcement? Other than oh wait, I meant to say something about this and I totally forgot because we was going on. But Auntie Marva,
Mm.
congrats on getting even there's no small roles when it comes to Hollywood, that's what they say. But congratulations on your role.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
We had our first table read last weekend, and again, I don't have a bunch of lines, but when I did my lines, the director said, wait a minute, stop, hold on," because we were on video on WhatsApp, and he said, "Girl, you almost made me believe you." And everybody was like, "Yes, yes. Oh my God, you did so good." And I was like, "I only said two lines." He was like, "Yes, but your delivery." He was like, "You really got into it in your delivery. You made me believe you. Like you ready for this thing." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right
So
then."
I did not want to overlook that. I wanted you to know that I heard what you said.
Thank you. Yeah, my artist that I have been working with, she's kind of stepped into a casting director role, and she asked me did I want to audition, and I was like, okay, cool, all right, it was fine. And I
Well,
auditioned for one.
congratulations.
Huh?
Congratulations, Dude.
Thank you. I had auditioned for one role, and they ended up giving me a bigger role, so that's how I ended up with the speaking role, the bigger speaking line. So yeah, it was kind of cool.
Okay, cool. Now I wanted to get that out before we ended, but continue. What is your announcement?
I finished from my leadership class. I walked across the stage last week Thursday,
Y-
and that was my it was that the graduation was bigger to me more than anything because my mom had never seen me cross a stage. Um like for when I finally got my diploma, when I finished college, she'd never seen me cross the stage. So she and my son were my pluses for my graduation, and they witnessed me crossing the stage.
And y'all
And
look magnificent,
Yay!
may I say.
huh?
Y'all looking magnificent. You and your
Thank
son.
you. Thank you. Everybody was screaming. She was like, "Marva, why was everybody screaming so much?" I said, "Because I talk too much, and I know everybody in there."
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that this school is over and I passed both my classes.
I know that's
Okay,
right.
I
girl.
I
Whoop
got an
whoop.
A. I got an A in one and got a B. I'm happy with my B in programming. That class kicked my butt. I didn't think I didn't think I was going to survive it. I really didn't. I didn't think I was going to make it to the end. It was a struggle, but we did it. We did it. We got it done.
And we got right on in there.
Yeah. So we had to come up with a final project.
Hmm.
So for my final project, I created a vampire hangman game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of vampire, did y'all know that there's a whole vampire and werewolves? There's a whole community out there for like movies dedicated to werewolves and vampires, and people absolutely love them.
Yeah. Hello. I'm a vampire girl. Yes.
The girl that I managed that helped me get the role that I got, I just helped her finish some lines for she's going to be a vampire in a role out in LA for next month.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Can I say
okay.
something?
Yes.
You
Sure.
know, somebody, a lot of people are comparing the movie Sinners to what's that vampire movie?
Vampire in
With your
Brooklyn.
boy in it. No, the one, the Dust to Dawn. Like what?
I can see that.
No.
I can see that, like a black version. I can see that.
Hmm. I couldn't. I couldn't get with you. What my boy said, I couldn't get jiggy with that shit.
Uh,
It's
language.
vampire ish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Auntie, but
Stop.
it was a bunch of bowel
See,
movement.
make us spit.
Jeez. What am I going to do with them?
It's a miracle.
Mm, mm, mm.
We have potty mouths, and I'm a truck driver. That's
On that
messy.
on that note, we gonna we gonna say
At least they slip up and say the
at least
N word.
we gonna say we now see I was not gonna bring that up again, but no, you had to go. You
Now
had to
you want to
go
talk about
I
mamas.
can't believe you said
and
that on
bring
these
that
people
up.
here.
Right? If we get canceled, we know why.
She my new
Uh,
hero.
Auntie Janisha's fault.
Auntie Janisha, my new hero. She
Yeah,
took it. She
because
took
of
it for
her.
the team. Somebody needed to say it.
No, they didn't. Say
Oh,
it
my
off.
bad. I'm
Mm.
Say
sorry.
it. Say it off the air, not
Oh,
on the air.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm bad. I'm sorry. She
We
made
look.
me proud. She made me
We
proud.
are going into our fourth year. Okay, let's make it to the fourth year.
You made me proud, sister.
Okay, so on that note, we want to wish everyone a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Be safe and healthy throughout this new year, throughout the end of this year. Don't forget to get your list for the foods to eat in the new year so you will have good luck and prosperity. We join us again next month. Auntie, listen out. Y'all gonna say y'all goodbyes to the good people?
Peace to the Middle East, good folk. We'll see y'all on the flip side. You did.
He's back.
Okay. On that
Auntie
note,
Janisha?
I know, Auntie Janisha, are you gonna say goodbye to the good people? I
Oh, her
think
little
we,
pup. Her puppy must be over there sick again.
yeah. Okay. Thank you all for the love and support, and we'll see you in 2026.
2026.
Again, Auntie, listen out.
Bye.